Hello everyone and welcome to the playlist explanation video. So this video is going to explain to you what a playlist is and how you go about completing any playlist that you have in class. So first and foremost, every playlist will have this general format. And the first things you'll notice is this is where you would put your name. Then this tells you what playlist that you're working on. So this little box that I'm doing around in green says Unit 4A playlist. It gives you a title, Origins and Rise of Independence Movements. That's this particular playlist. Then it tells you what date that you will start it, which is November 1st in this example. And then it tells you what day that this playlist should be completed. And it says on this one it's Friday, November 12th. So all of the stuff that's on this particular sheet should be completed by that particular date. In the upper right hand corner, you will notice in this box, and it is very prominently displayed in bold, it tells you exactly what date your unit assessment will be. So in this example, this unit assessment will be on Thursday or Friday, December 16th or 17th, depending on whether you're an A day or B day student. And lastly, in this little box here, this gives you the objectives of this particular playlist. So for example, it tells you by the end of this playlist, I will be able to, and it lists 3 different objectives there that you should be able to do by the end of completing this complete playlist. Now, each playlist is divided into 2 sections. The first section that I'm outlining here for you in yellow, this is the individual section. What this means is that in this section, you are only allowed to work by yourself. All of the stuff that's surrounded in yellow is to be completed by yourself. The second half of the playlist is the bottom half, and if you'll notice, it has a message here that says partner work. This is where you all are allowed to collaborate, work together as teams. You can work in groups within your Commonwealth, or you can work within other friend groups that you may have that may not necessarily be within your Commonwealth. But this is where you get to break up into groups and work and collaborate together. To begin a playlist, you always want to begin at the beginning. The beginning point is always going to be here, and it is always going to be number 1. So in this example, we have 4.1a. How you work a playlist is you always work your way down. So you will first start here. Everything here is a link for you. So you will click here to watch the lesson video in YouTube, which this particular video is 18 minutes and 41 seconds. There's a link here for you to click for you to have a note sheet. Your note sheet, you can click there and you can write your notes, type them yourself, or a printed note sheet will be provided for you in the classroom. Then you will move down to the next section once you have completed that, which here is another link you will click on. These are the lesson video questions. There are 5 multiple choice questions that are related to the lesson video. You only take this once. You cannot take it multiple times. Okay, so don't try to take it until you get a 25 points. You only take it once. And remember, these scores are not reported into PowerSchool, so this is all going in the Shadow gradebook, so you don't have to worry about any fear of it going in the gradebook. Once you've done that, this is just a message for you to, stop and ask me any questions if you're confused or anything like that. Once you're finished with the video questions, then you just click here and you complete the lesson activity. And this is a short processing thing that may be a skill practice like analyzing a document or some sort, or it may just be asking you to further analyze or synthesize the information that you just learned. Now, once you have finished with the activity for 4.1a, you go back up here to the top and begin back down again by listening to the video, doing the notes, taking the video quiz, and then, stopping in to see me if you need to, and then going on and doing the little activity. And then again, once you're finished here, you move yourself over to this one. And in this particular example, and this is for 12th grade or 11th grade independence movements, and these are links to the resources that you will need for whichever independence movement that is chosen. And then here is a link to the activity that is for that particular lesson. Now, if you look back up here at this particular top section here that is independent, that is all about you, If you will notice, all of this together totals 70 points. Okay, so taking notes is worth 10 points. You get 5 points for each question that you get correct on the lesson video questions, and that gives you 25 points if you get all 5. And then you get 25 points for completing the activity, and you'll show that to me once you've completed it, and I will award you any points that you have earned. And again, you repeat this process. And then, of course, in this example, this particular section gives you 35 points, and this one gives you 25. Now, this particular section here that says skill practice 10 points, this is something that you and I will do in very small groups. I might pull the entire Commonwealth together, or I might just pull another different group of students together and it'll be, a very quick lesson that I will go over with you about the primary skills that you will need to know for the IB history exam, and we'll practice them, and then we will keep track of your scores over a period of time. But by participating in each one of these, you will earn 10 points here. And if you'll notice that you take the 10 points plus the 25 and the 25 and the 10, that should give you a total of 70 points. Then, in the bottom half, which is the part that you get to work on as in groups, you will choose 3 of these. And if you'll notice that each one of them are worth 10 points. So, this entire playlist is worth a grand total of 100 points. So on the back side of the playlist is where we are able to tally and keep tally of your points. So as you're completing the activities in class, when you're starting here, once you've watched your YouTube video and you've taken your notes, you will just show me your notes visually. You will not turn them in on Google Classroom. You will just call me over to you and say, hey, Albert, here's my notes, and I will look at them, and if they're pretty detailed, you get anywhere between 0 to 10 points. For the video lesson questions, you don't even have to call me over because I can see these on Google Classroom. And then once you're completed the activity that for this lesson, you will also call me over so I can see it. And then again, same thing for, you'll just repeat this process over and over again. Now, let's say that you watch the video and complete your notes over the weekend for both of these videos. So that means that when you come into class on Monday or Tuesday, you will just, after we do the do now sheets, you'll just raise your hand and say, hey, Mr. Albert, I want to show you my notes, and then I will come over and see your notes, and if then let's say you got 10 and 10, I'll give you 10 and 10 here. And if you've already taken the video quizzes because you've already done your notes over the weekend, let's say you took the 2 short quizzes, there's only 10 questions among the both, and you got all 5 right here, you got 25, and let's say you got 4 right here, that was 20. So you've already got these points. And let's say you decided you want to do the activity in class by yourself. Okay, so that's what this student is going to work on when they come into class. Or let's say you decided you wanted to do that, so you've already done the activity. Okay, it is possible for you, if a student wanted to, they could actually look at this playlist and have the notes, the exam, the lesson video questions, and the activity completed over the weekend, so that when they come to class on Monday, they don't even have to worry about anything but moving on to this lesson. Or if they're ready for group work, then they can just start working on here. But just remember, you cannot start working on group work until you complete all of this up here. The top must be completed before you can start the bottom. And lastly, just another explanation for the points here. About the skill practice, you're not going to have to do 3 skill practices. You will only do 1, and whatever points you earn on that, let's say you did very well in the skill practice and you got 10, then you will get 10 in all of these. Okay? The same thing goes for the activities down here at the bottom. So you're not going to do 3 activities here, 3 activities here, and 3 activities here. You're going to do 3 activities total, and however many points that you get for whatever ones you completed, that you will get the same number of points for across the board. So for skill practice and for all of these group things, your points will all transfer over the entire playlist. And then lastly, just to make sure everybody fully, completely understands how we track points and things like this, Anything that you see that is highlighted in yellow, which is here, those are things that you will actually physically show me. You will not turn them in Google Classroom. You will raise your hand and call me over and say, hey, Albrecht, here's my notes. Here's my activity. This blue, this is what you and I will do in small groups. This is skill practice. We'll do one of these throughout this playlist. What is highlighted in red, you don't ever have to show me, because once you hit submit, I will see your score because I get an email that shows me that. And then lastly, all the stuff that's in green, you will choose 3 of these activities of any sort, and then you will get the same points across the board. And then once we add them up, there's a total of 100 points in each column here. And then once you're ready, it says here, this is called a wrap-up quiz score. This is basically your proficiency check. And so we'll do a very quick proficiency check just to make sure that you do fully grasp the material of this. And once you do, you move on to your next playlist. If you have any questions, please come and see me, and I will be able to answer and address any questions that you may have. But hopefully this video was helpful. But if you have questions, please come see me. Thank you so much and have a great day.